Ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. We've got the reveal of Super Saiyan God of Successive Mutations, Super Saiyan God Vegeta, parentheses, Ultra Supervillain. God damn, that's a name. From the Xenoverse 2 collab, LR, coming to Dokkan. I don't think any of us expected this before today as it was unveiled at Battle Hour, but the animations are here. You know we want to see them, so let's waste no time. Let's get into it. All right, Toa and Mira. They got a joint forces unit. I'm a little sad about that. Kind of wish they were a tag. Not for any reason. Notice they're on Namek, by the way. Not for any other reason than more categories. I think they only have 4 when they're joint forces. So, yeah. Okay, and here's Trunks. This is the other banner unit. I don't know if these are exactly banner units, but look, he's in... Yo, pause. Don't take my Xenoverse card. I actually cannot remember. Kantan is the newer one, and Toki Toki the old joint. Yeah, I think that's... We're going to say Kantan. We're going to say Kantan. So he's in Toki Toki, because that's the Toki Toki. That's from the first game. Anyway. Okay, here comes Fu making his little guest appearance. All right. This is the animation that we did see, or only parts of. Woo! I love when they try and mirror the 3D models. Wild Stinger. I actually have not played this DLC, so there's probably some references to stuff that he actually does in his moveset. Like this, I know he does for a fact because he did it in the trailer. Yo, these animations aren't too bad. For a random collab LR, like, keep in mind he transforms. Dude, this literally looks like Xenoverse. I love when they, like, copy art styles. I know I'm glazing, but this is just super dope. All right. So he overpowers it, goes Super Saiyan God. Okay. And then is it like a costume change? Is he doing the same moves? This is also Wild Stinger. Yeah, so this is the exact same move, but just him and God. Oh, a little bit of blue? Just a little tinge of blue. Yo, I love the spirals on that beam. Not the fighter's run through. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Y'all got it. Not the fucking close-up. That's a money shot right there, bro. This unit is fucking awesome. Let's watch it one more time. Just to go over it again. It doesn't look bad. Obviously, it doesn't reach the heights of, like, you know, let's say, like, you know, Anniversary LR or anything like that. Plus, part 2, 11th anniversary, we saw the craziest Dokkan animations we've ever seen, and I doubt a random collab LR was going to top that. So, yeah, this Trunks animation also isn't that bad for, like, a random ass, you know, banner unit. But this character has surprisingly good animations in terms of the choreography and like what he's doing. They're all very basic. Like, you know, the 12 key is kind of like a double kick into a rock. And then I think both 18 keys are like a blast. One with the big ball and one with the forward key blast. But I think the art style is very consistent all the way through. It's very strong in mimicking Xenoverse 2's art style. And I think it does exactly what it needs to do, bro. I think it does exactly what it needs to do. So I'm excited to read this character's kit and see what he actually does, because it would be very disappointing to get such a cool collab character and he sucks butt. So let's hope he doesn't. Please, no crossover restrictions. I also imagine around this time, we might finally see the return of some Heroes characters on this banner. This might be finally the time we get to see those characters return. That is definitely a reused asset, I think. That's not a complaint. That's just me taking note. I think this is a reused asset from the 7th year Blue Boys. I think this is right in the active skill after they transform and Goku and Vegeta both do their Saiyan Saga poses. I think this is that same Vegeta pose, just reused, obviously retooled with the aura, and it looks great. See, reusing animation. Sorry, I'm not going to go on a spiel. See, reusing animations when we're talking about like a collab unit that's got a lot of novelty on it, kind of like a one-time deal collab game, that's fine. Reusing a pose or an asset, I'm still kind of on the fence about reusing entire active skills. Looking at you, 11th anniversary Super Saiyan 4 tag unit. Like I don't know. I don't know exactly where I stand. I just know that this unit looks pretty cool. And it's going to be a Realm of Gods buff, so that's going to be a W. Dude, I love the little flash of blue, bro. I love it. All right, well, you know, this whole year I've been begging for a God Vegeta LR. They delivered. They absolutely delivered. All right, so let's go take a look at his kit. All right, so here we go. Super Saiyan God, Ultra Supervillain Vegeta. He's Extreme STR. Okay, before we do anything, when he transforms, he stays extreme. Okay, so this is an extreme character. That's going to be quite annoying, to be honest, because Vegeta units usually wind up around, you know, other super class characters, and characters that now these days, a lot of characters outside of their category restrictions, they usually have like a class restriction. So I can just see this getting annoying, TBH. I can just see this getting really annoying. Leader skill is crossover of Vegeta's family category, key plus 3 HP 200%, attack and defense 170%, plus an additional HP attack and defense percent for characters in the Time Travelers or Realm of Gods category. You know, this character probably would have been very helpful to have for that Vegeta's family mission against that Goku Blue Zone that is gone now because limited time events. Fucking stupid ass shit. Well, it looks like Heroes finally got a 250% leader, so hopefully those units come back. Activates the entrance exam when there is another crossover or Realm of Gods category ally on the team upon the character's entry. Gets a chance of performing a critical hit and damage reduction 30% for 3 turns, plus a permanent 300% defense. Basic effects, attack and defense 350%, another 30% damage reduction, and launches an additional super attack, and he gets 5 to 10 key randomly. Okay. When all allies attacking in the same turn are crossover category characters, he gets an extra 30% damage reduction before he attacks. Which means if this is happening on his first 2 turns of appearance, he would have 90% damage reduction in slot 1, which I don't have to tell you is going to be very helpful if this guy has normal, what he looks like has normal stats. After receiving an attack, launches a guaranteed additional super, and after the enemy launches a super attack at him, he gets another guaranteed additional super. Now again, I want you to imagine that in slot 1, he's got 90% and he's just fucking eating those to the chest and then just dealing a bunch of damage in return. When attacking with 18 key or more, he gets another 250% attack and defense. He gets another attack 100% and disables the enemy guard. Ah, boo. We don't give a fuck about that shit. Now, I want to go back to that when all allies attacking in the turn are crossover. If we are not seeing the return of Heroes characters, that is a dog shit condition. That is a dog shit condition, and you will probably never realistically see that on this character. They would need to bring back Heroes for this shit to work. His active skill is Awakening. Can be activated when there's another crossover or Realm of Gods category ally attacking in the same turn, or a crossover or Realm of Gods category enemy starting from the 4th turn of battle, or he can just transform from the 6th turn of battle. So basically turn 4, he can just transform. Mwah. Beautiful. On most teams, of course, if there's a Realm of Gods, or Realm of Gods is going to be easy to satisfy. Crossover, like I said, yet to be seen. When he awakens, he removes all allies' negative effects. Attack and defense 50% for 1 turn. That's very good. A character that we actually, because this is an active skill, we actually have the option of when we want to use this. This is going to be so useful for fucking losers like Tamagami 1 and like any of those other fucking locking lame ass fucking boss fights, where now we can just choose to say fuck you to the weird status effects they do. W. All right, so on his 12 key, greatly raises attack for 1 turn with a high chance of further greatly. Hold on, we're going to go to the next slide to read that because they're cutting it off for some reason. Okay, greatly raises attack for 1 turn with a high chance for further greatly raising attack for 1 turn and causing colossal damage to enemy. And then the 18 key is massively raise attack and defense for 1 turn and cause mega colossal damage. Yeah, this guy's going to be doing damage, it seems like. He's going to be a big numbers guy. All right, and moving on to God Vegeta. Let's see what he can do. Key plus 10, attack and defense 350%. 30 damage reduction remains. Launches an additional super attack. just for free, and randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres. And he's a rainbow orb changer. When there is another crossover Realm of Gods category ally attacking in the same turn, he gets another 30% damage reduction before attacking, launches an additional super attack, and gets a permanent 300% defense. When attacking with 18 key or more, attack and defense 250%, attack plus 100%. Okay, so a lot of these look the exact same, actually. After receiving an attack, launches an additional attack, and he gets a crit chance. Crit chance is the added bonus post-transformation. And for 6 turns from his entry, nullify negative effects when there is another crossover category ally attacking in the same turn. Oh, shit. And he also gets that 30% damage reduction again for 6 turns. So for 6 turns from character entry turn, chance of performing a critical hit and damage reduction 30%. So you transform this guy and then you get another 6 turns. Another 6 turns of, well, not 6 turns exactly, because, you know, the character's going to be going off rotation. It's technically 3, but you understand what I'm saying. For 6 turns, you get 90% damage reduction again. This character is good. This character is actually just straight up good. And starting from the 7th turn of the character's entry turn, defense 150% up when attacking. And his super attack effects on 12 key, massively raise attack for 1 turn and causes colossal damage to enemy. And on 18, once again, massively raise attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage. Okay. Yeah, no, this Vegeta actually looks pretty good. Again, Dokkan, my only request to you regarding this is going to be, I think this is a great opportunity for heroes characters. I think this is an insane opportunity to bring them back. You told us they were going to come back. You told us you were still going to manage to give us Zenkais and stuff. Not Zenkais, sorry. Legends Brain. Easy A's for them and stuff. I think this is literally the perfect opportunity. Obviously, you're gearing this character so much towards crossover. Just throw a bunch of crossover buffs at us. Now is the time. I wonder how this is going to impact. I mean, it's probably not going to impact Golden Week at all. But that is crazy that we're going to have this and then we're going to roll into a dual Dokkan Fest banner. So this is going to be quite insane little stretch of Dokkan we got coming up here. So please, in the comments, let me know what you guys think of Super Saiyan God Ultra Supervillain Vegeta coming to Dokkan in the LR format. I'm a fan. I'm excited to summon for this guy. Yeah, with that being said, folks, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's always appreciated. And as always, my friends, your boy Slaybix, signing off. Later.